Is there something we could drink instead of beer or wine or alcohol to help us get good sleep? Well, I want to talk about one of the things that people use for sleep is alcohol. I used to drink quite a bit, and boy, it does put you to sleep. But the research actually shows that the sleep that you get when you've been drinking is not as good. Even if you felt like you were asleep all night long, it doesn't have the same restful impact that you have if you're not drinking, even though it does help you fall asleep. And now, looking at this, people, okay, well, if alcohol is not so great for sleep, even though it helps you fall asleep, people think, well, maybe I'll just take sleeping pills, but there's all kinds of side effects to that, like headache, constipation, dizziness, daytime sleepiness. So it's not seemingly often doing what you're hoping it will do. But is there something we could drink instead of beer or wine or alcohol to help us get good sleep? Well, there's been some research on, it's interesting, it's what alcohol, or at least beer, is often made out of: hops. Hops tea. You can make a tea where it's zero alcohol whatsoever, no alcohol. I mean, you could get a tea bag full of hops. You can go online or go to your local health food store and you may have hops tea there. And it's historically been used as an ingredient in beer, but when it's made into a tea, they've found that it works. What they did is they did a study, was conducted on nurses, and these were nurses specifically who worked night shift. And this study was to determine the sedative impact of hops tea or a hops drink, non-alcoholic, completely zero alcohol, on individuals that had a work stress experience. So they're in kind of a stressful work environment. And in the study, they were specifically looking at nurses, and they were to drink this hops drink, non-alcoholic, with their supper, in this case, for 14 days. And what they found was that the results is that the time it took to fall asleep, they call that sleep latency, it decreased. So they fell asleep faster compared to those who were in a control group, and the amount of movement and activity during the night compared to the control group was decreased. So they seemed to roll around, wake up less. And one of the other additional benefits to this, something like a hops tea, is that it lowered their levels of anxiety compared to the control group. And alcohol will do that, but you can get the benefits without the side effects by just drinking a hops tea rather than going to the alcohol and having all the side effects. So hops is a way to get the benefits without the side effects.